Hi guys, welcome to the podcast. Welcome back. We still haven't decided on a name, have we?
I don't know. I think post-production editing and then we'll
Post-production
sort it
editing,
out.
yeah, they'll sort it out. Well,
Jeez.
welcome again. I'm Dr. Michael, and this is my lovely colleague.
Yeah, Dr. Mayamba, nice to meet you.
Yeah. We're back today, and it's Mental Health Month. So to be for awareness, we're going to be talking about mental health just a little bit to dabble into it, and then hopefully we can get a specialist for the next episode to sort of discuss it and tell us a little bit
And
more
go in
about
depth.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
go in
for
depth
sure.
about it.
You look nice, by the way.
Thank you so much. You look
Someone's
absolutely pretty.
Trying to be like you, man.
Yeah, I know we look like we planned this, but we
Actually
didn't. It's the Lord's doing.
Amen to
It's
that.
the Lord's doing, honestly. So I've got a few questions here for Dr. Mayamba. As you can see, he's just walked in. I haven't seen him
What a day.
in about like a week. This is about our first conversation.
Really, yeah, to be
Since
fair.
then, yeah. First question. If your brain today was a bedroom, what would it look like? Man, I warned you. I warned you if I should ask this before.
I wish we pre-rehearsed this. If my brain was my bedroom today, what would it look like?
What would it look like?
That's a mess. The bed's not done, shoes everywhere, socks. It's a messy place.
Right.
And I am proud to say so. It's been a long day.
Is that a normal Monday for you? Messy bed, socks everywhere.
I'll peg it 50-50.
All right.
50-50. Depends. I think wintertime is just, it's not the most fun time for me. Yeah, it's long.
Yeah.
It's long. But nah, I think let's say 30% Mondays, yeah. I tend to have good Mondays. It was just one of them ones, so.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry about that. For those of you who are not aware, Dr. Mayamba is from work. He's a doctor. And by the way, speaking of, I have to shout out BDU as usual until they increase that money. They reduced the money since the last.
Solidarity. I heard about that.
Yeah, they said.
I don't know what's going on.
15%. He was like, he's cutting us off because we're not going to work, basically. So there's no.
I just hope it ends very amicably because the people that suffer in this is just the patients, and it always sucks to see that happen.
And that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. Because punishing doctors for not going to work, you're punishing people that went through dissecting dead bodies in their first year of uni. You can't phase those people, man. There's nothing you can do that's going to be like, okay, you know what, do what I want to do. I think the best thing to do at this point is to negotiate. And I call upon the Ministry of Health. Look at me. Calling upon the Ministry of Health to...
I am not involved in any of that.
To negotiate, not with me.
Yeah, that's Michael, okay? I am not attached to that statement. I might be next to him. I might look like him, dress like him. But no.
Yeah.
You know, love and light.
Shout.
Light.
Shout.
I feel like I have enough issues as it is. I'm not
By
trying
yourself, you're not trying to join.
You know what it is? The whole last time you were talking about go check the parking lot in Marina. Yeah, so I'm just avoiding you in general because you say very cancelable things. I know we're unhinged, but yeah.
That was fire. I had people tagging me on Instagram to show me their cars at Marina. They're like, go and park and be like, look at my car. I love that. I love that you guys are getting money. I want to be like you guys as well, to be fair. But that's what I want for the projection of. I want all doctors to be able to be in that position. Yeah, I want all doctors to be in that. And then speaking of what's new, did you see the Elon Musk, Donald Trump beef?
Yeah. To be fair, you know, I think I might probably be the worst person to ask this because I just generally just avoid like
Social
news.
media.
Yeah, every time I like turn the radio on, something's happening, the world is ending. So I'm just like, But I heard about that. The bromance is over. I wish the best for them. What did I miss?
So Musk gets not retrenched, but he kind of left his position in the government like a week before the whole fight, and then one time on Twitter we're seeing like tweets being thrown around, and everybody's asking themselves what's going on. It turns out that Donald Trump's side says that he cancelled an EV mandate, like the electric vehicle mandate, that Trump wanted to propagate that Musk wanted to propagate to get his cars sold, right?
Fairs.
So he says Musk is that he didn't let him do that. And Musk is like, that's a lie, right? Because Musk says that his big, beautiful bill, which is like the budget for the US, is a mess and it's going to put people in debt. So they go back and forth on Twitter, they're fighting and it's like crashing out.
You know, we've had this conversation. I really don't understand that app. Like, I signed up and I just couldn't keep up.
Right.
People just like proper go on there and just say how they feel. Just like that.
Some of it is a bit fake as well, because, and that's what I wanted to bring this conversation down to, is like, how do you feel about people using social media as a theater to showcase their dysfunction?
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. Go see a psychologist. I know a good few. I know a good few. I don't know. Again, these are my personal opinions, but I've just never understood it. Like I go into WhatsApp and I click on your thing and it says, yo, Mewe. I'm like, okay, then what's gonna happen after? Maybe it's just me.
Right.
And I'm like, old soul, old spirit. I don't get it. But like, it's one time, my brother, like someone put up on their status, I don't know if I should cook chicken or beef.
Right.
I'm like, the thing is, you know, deep down, there's a person that you wanted to ask that. Go into their inbox and ask it. I think I'm just proper detached from it. I don't understand. So I feel like, what's that phrase? Face your problems, don't Facebook them.
Right.
But then that's just me. I'm all about banter on socials. I don't think, you should take it as serious. I think there should be a clean delineation between social and real. I'll be on socials talking about, heartbreak. I didn't eat this morning.
Times your life is smooth.
Yeah, gotta confuse the enemy. Not that my life is smooth. Please, if you'd like to make any donations to Dr. Mayamba, he would greatly appreciate it. I speak on his behalf.
Right.
But like, don't take it serious. I feel like also now, touching back onto the mental health awareness, right? There's been, and everybody's noticed this. I remember the times that I got into Facebook, like when people used to like post on each other's
walls,
and poke each other and do the challenges and stuff.
Peak dating times, man.
Yeah, lovely times. I can't relate.
Be pressed if somebody pokes your girlfriend because you're there online, and then it's like.
But like, my thing is, you've seen like this retrogression where like, again, because I try not to take life as serious because there's so many things going on. But the comment sections, you would say, and it's a very interesting topic because there's good arguments for and against, right? I'm talking like cyberbullying. There's someone who came out and said like cyberbullying isn't real. Just turn off your phone. Practically makes sense, but at the same time, it's like we live in a society where like if you put up a picture, people are gonna start like laughing at, look at what he's wearing, why is he using that phone, that wristwatch is this is that. You can't just like put up a picture. And I'm gonna speak personally. There's so many times, my brother, like getting into the transition of socials, right? Where like you take a picture of something. You know what it is? I wish we could all go back to, and I'm rambling. You could all go back to our parents. You know how times they just take a photo like this? There's no fancy lighting that Dope Stan provides us with.
They're just by a tree.
Shout out Dope Stan in the podcast. Yeah. But like, there's no fancy lighting. There's no angles. All of this stuff is happening now because it's like you can't just post a picture and it's okay.
It has to look.
Yeah, you have to like delete. You have to edit. Generation of filters. Right. Everybody's trying to go for perfection.
Yeah.
But my thing is just like the comment section is mean, man. I personally try to, again, in trying to protect mental health, I just try to like not be engaged with socials because you can't keep up, man. Can't keep up. Cannot.
Yeah.
So I mean, with reverting back to the Elon and Trump thing, I wish him the best.
Yeah.
I wish they could handle it behind closed doors, but to each his own.
You know what? I hear it. I'm with that. I think if we all just make a delineation, and I'll try to encourage a lot of people to do this. I think I'd figure it's more difficult if you're in the social spotlight, if you're in the social media spotlight. Like if you're an influencer, it probably matters if you post a picture and everybody says, hey, you're fat or something like that, right? But then I guess, I don't know, I've also tried to put it in my head that it's not a real place.
Yes.
And to take care of your mental health, sometimes just switch it off. It's mostly just words, honestly.
Yeah, take social media hiatuses, man. Just go off for a little bit, reset, engage in the real world, and come back. I think I'm gonna take you off ramp. And I think, okay, partially my fault for not doing the research on this, but also happily proud that I didn't do the research on it, right? Because now we're just talking from a real place, like mental health wise, on two aspects, right? First of all, the one gender that is a huge victim of mental health, right? It's not a secret that men have higher suicide rates than women. Talking about men and talking about also just the health profession, because I can imagine from the outside looking in, like every single day you go in and listen to people at their most vulnerable moments. Yeah. And like I appreciate psychologists and psychiatrists who, to be fair, are trained to do this. But I don't think we had a special class in school where, I don't remember a class where, like, for example, you were taught you lose a patient. How do you process that? Because I mean, more times than often, you're like, I should have done this, I should have done that. Right. When in reality, that you did the best that you could
with the resources that you had.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about it to say, have you experienced moments like that, like where the profession just becomes heavy on the mental?
100%, man. I think the first patient I lost. Backstory. During my internship training, the interns are the ones that usually run for all the calls.
This was, by the way, in Russia, for context, during COVID.
Yeah.
Great guy.
So during COVID, they're like, you're the one that's going there to like press and pump and like resuscitate the patient. And I remember I went through a streak like during deep winter where every time I would go and press a patient, the patient would die. And I'm the only black intern in the and this wasn't even a racist thing, but they were like, you have the hands of darkness. Like, and it's sort of, like, the thing is, people will hear this and be like, oh no, those people are being racist. It wasn't even about that.
It wasn't even that.
It was just about that, like, every time you come and press a patient, this week, the patients died.
Was it only you, or?
No, sure it is. Would all go, so there'd be like maybe 5 interns rotating to try and resuscitate the patient, right? And then, but it's just every time I'm part of the rotation, the patient doesn't make it. And then people noticed that when I was not there, the patients made it. I did wash my hands because the next week I revived a lot more. But it was just mad that whole week I spent my time beating myself up, thinking, I don't know, should I still run for these emergencies? Should I just stay back? Am I the one that's propagating, killing these patients? Like, do they get scared when they see me or something like that? Or I don't know, I couldn't take it.
That's a dark place to be,
it's
pun intended.
Very dark place, yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
How'd you get yourself out of that?
I think, like most things, during medical school, we're trained in such a way that it beats you up. Like, you're there fighting for your life 80% of the time. So you're ready for that war, even with yourself. And I think that's what happened with me, is just I knew that, look, I've gone through the anatomy, I've gone through operative surgery, I've gone through some of the most difficult exams in the world. I think I can take this beating and still come out. I just need to keep trying and keep improving my technique. Is it me? What am I doing wrong? I did like a self-examination, a self-audit, and I just tried to show up the next time. Until they stop dying. You should have seen the look on my face when the first one survived, mate. And like, because when you're pumping and then they tell you to clear, right? Because they're going to shock the patient. And then everybody waits for the rhythm. So they do a rhythm check, right? So they shock the patient and like, rhythm check, we're all waiting. It went, tee, tee. I was like, Jesus.
Finally.
It's like, yeah.
You know what my thing is, right? I know you can testify about this, and whoever sees my WhatsApps, right? So I'm always talking about, like, just be kind to people.
Right.
Because everybody's going through something. And I can imagine, and I will say this once again, please be kind to your doctors. Y'all, they be going through a lot. I can imagine having to be in a pocket like that and then still having to show up for the next...
Yeah, for the next patient. Yeah, because you have to clear it up in the next 15 minutes. There's somebody else
Seconds,
that needs you.
Mate, seconds. And the thing is, I'll give a scenario, right? Like imagine a 18-year-old patient walks in and says she just lost her baby. She's probably like maybe 2-3 months. She was excited about it, lost her baby. Next person walks in, tells you another story. This person walks in. This all happens like a span of 30 minutes, right? Yeah. And each second as the door opens and someone leaves and someone comes in, you have to reset. Because no one wants a pissed off doctor. Right? And more times than often, people forget you're a human being as well. Like, I'm a human being too. And I feel things too. And then you walk in and it's like, yo, Dr. Michael today wasn't talking to me. This doctor was rude, this and that. And outside of just like doctors, just people in general, I'm just always saying, like, just be kind. Like, it costs you nothing. Like, why are you a mean? So I'm always pointing at people in the cameras. Why are you a mean person?
No, for real.
Do better. Like, heal. Pray. Something.
So there's that. There's that.
Jeez, man, I'm still recovering from that story.
From the story. Oh, sorry about that. That was it hit home.
Hands of darkness.
Yeah. Hands of darkness. That was mad. It's a bit mad when you're the only black person as well.
The thing is also because I can hear it in Russian.
Exactly, that's the thing.
It hits harder. Jeez.
It proper hits home, man.
I'm proud of you for coming out of that, man.
Yeah. But what advice would you give then your colleagues that are going through mental health issues? Because I think we've now narrowed it down to like mental health in health as well.
Ooh,
like, what's a good
mental
thing?
health in health.
Yeah.
I think because I've been a victim of it,
right,
countless times, man. I've gone through enough motions. If it's not burnout, actually just being under, like just waking up and being like, I can't. Like even mid shift, I'll just be like, I don't know if I can like keep at it.
Yeah.
And you try to keep a brave face, but I think my advice is accept that you're a human being, right? And you're not immortal to feeling these things.
Yeah.
2, I think be cognizant of your body if it's telling you you're tired. Because again, these are things I learned in the process, right? I think we don't talk about it enough. I don't even know why. Because my thing is mental health is as important as physical health.
That's right.
The most annoying thing is like, imagine I come with like a dislocated elbow. You'd be like, even if you're not medical, you'd be like, that doesn't look right.
Fix it.
Go get it checked, right? Yeah. And then the issue is everybody knows this as well. More women visit the clinics in the hospital than the men do, right?
Even for flu, bro.
My brother.
I had one man being dragged by his wife, like it's just like he's coughing at home and he's refusing to take Benadryl, bro.
And I proper tell them like you married well. You know, I'm glad
so
she dragged you in.
Yeah.
And my thing is there's nothing wrong with talking about it. Like cry if you have to. I know I felt better after. It's not easy and there's so much pressure on being a man.
Yeah.
Again, outside of the health space, because I'm talking about this in duality. Be aware, do the self-audits, like you said.
Right.
Accept that you're not perfect and you're never
designed
to be.
Yeah.
It's coming to me. August Strindberg.
Right.
I think, I forget where he's from, but he's some author in Europe.
Right.
He says that by aiming for the impossible, you're able to attain the highest version of possible.
Right.
So like, it's impossible to be perfect. Doesn't mean you shouldn't show up. Like try your level best to be the best person that you can be. But on the times that you fall short, be kind before everybody else. Like be kind to yourself. Because I know, I beat myself down, brother. Like I'd be like, how did I miss this? How did this happen? How did that happen? It's like, you're also a human being.
Yeah.
So I think be kinder to yourself. Be aware. And self-audit, and you can't demand something that you're not dishing out.
Real.
So be the first point of kindness, and talk to someone, man. Like you ain't gotta go through it alone. Life is. I had this conversation with someone. I was like, bro, listen. On a fundamental level, right? Life is hard. Imagine it this way: you're born against your will.
You didn't know you don't want to be here,
into a family you couldn't choose. In a country and an economy that you couldn't decide.
Zimbabwe. Telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. You had no choice, dog. And you come here and everybody says, Mukwere, kwere, brother. So you know what? I feel like it's one of them things that's going to get me cancelled as well. Like.
Michael is originally from Zim, so he can say that, right? But I've been through that run as well. Like, it's intuitively a difficult thing.
No, it's tough.
I think just be kind to yourself, man. That you woke up today and you got to try again. You know, if today was perfect, what's the point of tomorrow? So keep trying, keep showing up.
To reach the perfect. I agree. Another thing I wanted to say is that I think get some hobbies, do some exercise, and just try to find a distraction. I do one thing. Oh, man, because our bosses watch this, and now I have to confess things. But actually, today the bosses came to the clinic. Do you know what I was doing? I was having some tea. What I do is sometimes when the shift is hectic, like I've seen like 20 patients in like maybe a short space of time, I go and sit in my office. I tell them 5 minutes of reception. I'll listen to a song that makes me happy.
Yeah.
I'll blast a tune that's making me happy while I'm drinking tea. And that's so today I'm doing it. And then he comes like, yo, the bosses are here. And I was like, nah, I'm still going to listen to my song, man. It's like, because I need that. I need that for me to be able to continue. I need that for me to be able to smile to the next patient. So I took that time and I did that. And then I came out smiling. I met the bosses. The bosses are just chilling and having a good time. And they didn't have a problem with it. So praise the Lord. Shout out again to my bosses, the best in the world.
We appreciate you.
And also, don't fire me for that 5 minutes that I take.
But I think it's a very practical approach to it. You know, I'm a big fan of practical stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something that almost got me canceled from Bible study, actually.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Right, let's hear
I can laugh about it now. This was back in high school, right? So we're in Bible study. And for anybody that doesn't know, Bible study is like literally that, just like meeting and just studying the Bible outside of the normal services you would have, right? So we're sitting there and we're having conversations and discussing things, and they're like, yo, Nelson, you're not saying anything. You're usually insightful and always have something to say. Like, why aren't you saying anything? I'm like, listen, with like all due respect, right? I love what we're saying. You know, God loves you. Jesus loves you. The Holy Spirit's there for you. It almost felt, and you'll understand where I'm going, it almost felt like how a motivational speaker would speak. Like I started my chicken farm with a feather. It's like, I'm happy you did that, but I need like a practical approach of how to go about this. So I was like, imagine we're in lecture, right? You know, like how with the way exams are set up in Russia, you'd have all the questions given to you, like 300 of them. And you have to study all of them and only get like 3 or 2.
From the 300.
My brother, so I was like, okay, imagine they give you 100 questions to study, right? And you leave 3 of them like, this one they won't ask, this one they won't ask, this one they won't ask. And those 3 are the ones in front of you.
Yeah, the ones that come.
Now you studied 97% of this, but there's 3 in front of you that you did not prep for.
And you're going to fail.
And then the lecturer or invigilator just happens to have a running stomach and has to walk out.
Right.
And you have your phone in your pocket with all the answers. Everybody knows cheating is bad, right? Do I pull my phone out and say it's divine intervention? That he just happened to have this moment? Or do I keep my phone in and shell it down to say, I'm going to do the right thing?
Yeah.
This is like a practical approach to, because I'm talking about like every day-to-day life. If you're going to be a Christian, or whatever faith you belong to,
practice it fully. Let's
have practical approaches. So if someone comes and we're talking about mental health, I'm like, oh no, just, talk to somebody. Not that I'm saying that's not wrong.
Or do something. Yeah.
But to actually say something like that, to say like, take 5 minutes in from whatever you're doing and listen to your favorite song. I take walks. Yeah. Like when it's cooking, when the shift is hot, I'll literally pass the patient. I'll be like, guys, hi, I'll be right back. I'll take a 2-minute walk around. If I have to listen to a song, probably eat something. Sweets are always good. And then come back and then push through the shift. So I do what Dr. Michael said. If it works for you, works. Find your own little niche thing to do. And be practical.
I think, that's a good way to go about it, man. I think we've had a short episode, but we're going to conclude it. I'm going training now, so unfortunately. But key points, takeaway points, I think, is what Dr. Mayamba said, is that mental health is important both for men and for women. Don't be shy to go to see your doctor about this. Don't be shy to hit the boys up and just be like, let's have a drink, let's go out and braai, do something.
I'm sorry. Production asked that they want the answer to the exam scenario.
Oh.
Unfortunately, just like us, the time of Bible study ended.
Here's the thing, right? Looking at us, I guess we can engage the audience in this one.
Yeah, I think
what
this
do
is a
you
good question.
think we would do?
What is the right thing to do?
Yeah. So it's like me and Nello inside the exam room.
What would you tell me to do?
What would you guys? You guys are angels.
I'm chatting this divine intervention. Thank the Lord that,
He's made a way.
Einstein says, coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous.
Really?
So I'm just going to, personally, I'm getting 100%. 100%. Flawless victory. He walked out at the time that the 3 questions I didn't...
Yeah.
What are the odds? Statistically. Get your mathematicians there and tell me statistically what are the odds. Well, what are you doing? Okay. You will repeat the exam, my brother.
You know what?
I'm moving on. I'm gone.
You know what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid of those one occurrences where he walks back in and I'm there, bro.
You have your answer. It wasn't divine intervention.
That's my response now.
Yeah. Also, my pastor, I really love you.
Yeah.
I'm just choosing to trust and be faithful and say it was divine intervention. Okay. Thank the Lord for God.
True. Sometimes actually God making a way for you like that. It's like, hey, listen, you did study for 90.
We didn't say cheat. Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't say cheat and blame it on God. It's a very bad thing to do. Do the right thing and study. And we end that by saying, have yourself a beautiful week. Drink water. Mind your business.
Yeah.
And take care of your mental health, man.
And by the way, next episode, we've got a psychologist. We're going to be bombarding her with all these questions that we've got.
I'm excited
that we've
for
got
that.
a burning desire to help mental health people. So I hope she's ready. Wherever she is, if she's watching, we're coming for you.
Until the next one.
Thank you.